Coming to you live from Coppell, Texas.
Huzzah.
This is the one show so hot that we don't even have to worry about no Ice Mageddon.
Ice Mageddon.
Except we didn't do our show on Ice Mageddon.
Anyways, we did have to
is-
worry.
Yes, we did.
They don't know that.
Catchphrase. This is a stop click. You got Raven and MJ here.
Yeah, thank you.
Hot off the trails of Trinity War.
There you go. Trinity War should have launched in your local area. Unfortunately, there are still some shipping delays, so it's trickling in. It's trickling in. But important news: Trinity War is out, and we're real happy to talk about not so much Trinity War today, but the secondary market. This is a great time to talk about secondary market and how it affects people who only buy singles, people who buy cases, people who kind of go out of their way to... What is the best way to spend your money if you're just trying to get certain pieces? Are you a collector? Do you want every piece in the set? I will say this, thankfully, and this is one of my biggest praises of the set, is that there appears to be almost universally one chase and one prime per brick.
Unless your name's Raven.
Unless your name's Raven. Now, excuse me. That being said, this is not the standard as it were in the last 3 years. The Iron Man, you weren't guaranteed a chase or a super rare prime. There's a lot of the Flash. We opened probably...
God, that one night.
That one night we opened, I think it was 4 bricks of Flash between like 6 different people. And saw no chases.
No chases.
Like, and 2 primes, and they're crappy primes. They're common primes. They weren't even...
I think Kingdom Come Flash.
That's just a super rare, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's certain distribution expectations that obviously can kind of affect how people see the secondary market.
Yeah. So, by secondary market, we obviously mean buying and selling singles whenever you get your bricks. A good... Oh, well, not a good thing, but a common thing that people do nowadays is they'll buy, I don't know, 2 or 3 cases, and they'll
sell
flip,
dupes.
Yeah, they'll sell dupes. They'll flip pieces for money, try and make a profit. One thing I was actually really scared of with this was the white rabbit thing.
Yeah. Well, and I'll be honest. Thankfully, I don't think she's a meta piece. I may be proven wrong. She's got a great dial. She looks like just a fun piece to play. Yeah. Incredibly fun to play. But I don't think she's necessarily going a piece we're going to see at ROC events. Even
if it wasn't at ROC, but still the collectability fact.
Sure.
People were trying to sell it for $300 as soon as it came off the...
Sure, and I'll be honest, like, the one thing we have to talk about today is, obviously, good things come to those who wait as far as secondary market. This goes for a lot of games.
Yeah,
but the second something launches is usually the highest it ever sees. Like, it's in terms of how much it will cost you to buy outright. White Rabbit, the day of, and even then leading up to it, was probably $300. You saw it a lot at $300. Nowadays, it feels like about $150 and dropping. I've seen it as low as $130.
Now that it's launched, what's the piece look like? What does it
Oh
do?
my God! It's awesome. Actually, it can't die as long as
it's very difficult to kill the white rabbit. It's very difficult to catch the white rabbit. As far as I know, she's a very good piece. Like, she's kind of a tricky piece, which kind of fits very well with how they portray her.
First off, when she comes on the field, she spawns that bystander token,
which is her regular persona. Yeah. And as long as her persona is on the board,
anytime White Rabbit dies, you bring her back and like heal her or something.
No, she comes back and then she can be healed. I'm not fully sure, but basically
she doesn't die.
She doesn't. She's very difficult to die. She's also an outwit piece. She's got outwit, and she can magically be anywhere on the map that an opponent can't draw a line of fire to. Like, she can just teleport across the map, but she can't be seen as soon as she hits the teleport. So it's a very neat piece. But mostly it's a collectible piece. That's really what we're talking about today, is collectability. Obviously, it feels like almost universally, unless its chase becomes the meta, what you see is a chase usually goes for about $50 right when the set launches. That's the, like, even still, some pieces never really fall past that. $50, $55, maybe even $60. But the more highly sought after chases usually start to kind of shift the curves from the way you see this kind of general, these chases fall, these other chases rise, until eventually, when the set's old enough, you can pretty much have anything you want out of it. Like, for example, Invincible Iron Man. Most of the chases out of Invincible Iron Man now, the set's, 3 years old now, you see about, maybe it's 2.5, I don't know, somewhere there. Iron Viking's about $16. Iron Pharaoh used to be a high-end piece. He doesn't command his $100 price tag anymore. Then he did get nerfed, but he's $45, $50. you don't really see a lot. Almost everything in this set can be had for $20.
Well,
all the chases.
Which also brings us to a good topic is tips on for new people. What you should be looking for when buying singles, what you should be aware of when selling singles, everything like that. I think we can go back and forth and sit here and talk about what we think are some key strategies when dealing with the secondary market.
Okay, well, number one, obviously, is if you don't have an immediate need for it and the demand is high, obviously a good time to sell. That's number one.
Yeah.
I think what we're looking at for example, Trinity War just came out. A lot of the super rares of the big trio, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, it's kind of one of those Pokemon things. You got to catch them all. Everybody's got to have their set.
Yes.
Martian Manhunter to a lesser extent. I mean, I'll be honest. I really like the Martian Manhunter. That's one of the pieces I really want. But as far as does everybody really want Martian Manhunter? Not really.
Second one. If you can, always try to trade for the piece. Never try to spend money on it. I mean, honestly, if it could save you $10, $15, and they're if you offer a piece that they want,
sure.
I would go for that over spending money.
HeroClix, I will say this, has the most robust trading community of any game ever. I've never seen anything like it. People trade incessantly, and there are hundreds of groups, it feels like. There's obviously AC Realms is the biggest one, but you can find somebody that wants something you have.
I've traded with people all across the globe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Canada, even stuff like that. It's
Canada's not all across the globe. You're so pretty. All the way from Canada
and beyond.
And beyond. Maybe he was from Newfoundland. Maybe he was from a province of Canada.
The point is that, I mean, I've never really spent money on a piece that I've wanted.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If you want a piece, there's someone out there that wants to trade it to you.
Yeah, exactly. And always look for that before you spend.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously we have the Facebook groups, we have the HC Realms, but when new set comes out, there's a frenzy kind of to trade. But even then, I have actually asked for pieces that are 6-7 years old, and I still get people offering me.
I've actually started my binge on my Spider-Man set. I got a Cosmic Spider-Man from Web of Spider-Man, Venom from Web of Spider-Man. Newest edition is Bombastic Bagman from Web of Spider-Man.
That's a silly.
And you know what? It's hard to find people with those pieces, but when you got such an awesome big group, I would never be able to find those pieces locally.
No, locally you probably would never find those pieces.
To all of you out there that are watching this, if you have a Carnage for the Ultimate set,
contact Raven.
Yes, Raven Raz on Facebook. Hit me up. I definitely want to trade for that piece.
There you go.
That's probably the one piece I missed.
But obviously, so trading we know works. Trading we know if you really want something new, I'm sure you have something to give up. And I'll be honest, it's not always something you have to give up. I will say this, as far as compared to sites versus buying singles from people, obviously there's a little more risk in buying from some of these groups. I would say 99% of these people are legit and more than happy to sell it to you, whatever.
Yeah, there's a few threads I've read about
an occasional trader that's 3 weeks slow to ship, but he shipped it anyway. We're just a little upset.
Which leads us into always check who you're dealing with.
Yeah. Well, HC Realms has the rep system. Obviously the iTrader rep system is very, very good. Lowest iTrader score ships first, and it's almost foolproof. I mean, I actually got burned one time with a guy who had perfect iTrader 32 trades. Perfect guy. And then the problem is he apparently, I don't know what his deal was, but he got into some sort of trouble and didn't mail pieces out and cut off contact of the world for 4 weeks. And the thing is, he wasn't in a coma or anything. If you have a legitimate reason, okay. But I'll be honest, he started trading for pieces he didn't have, and it got messy. And he had 8 people come out of the woodwork and just go, "Hey, where's my stuff? It's been 2 weeks." So
and if you're gonna dip into this stuff, you better maintain a perfect reputation.
Yeah, reputations do follow you in this particular.
Yeah. Don't burn anybody, because it will burn every bridge. Next thing you know, you're gonna walk into a store and somebody's gonna point at you, and
I'll be honest,
pitchforks and torches.
I actually saw the gentleman that we had some problems with. I wasn't a high dollar trade with me, but other people he had high dollar trades with. People called his local game store to inform them that he was a scammer.
Wow.
And ruined his reputation there, and he apologized. Once again, everybody apologizes once they get caught. But
so
everybody's repentant once they get caught.
Don't trade pieces that don't. I mean, it's simple. Courtesy. Just be a good person.
But anyway, but back to we'll talk about the secondary market values of certain things. Right now, a lot of people. I mean, mean, to have a lot of heroes. I mean, if you're a completist, you want all the pieces. By all means, you can find what they call common, uncommon, rare (CUR), just Cur sets, which stands for common, uncommon, rare, one of every one. They're fairly cheap. You can go on eBay because there are some guys that have to have every piece and buy multiple
for like 25
bricks,
bucks.
and then they have just a flood of pieces. So, I mean, if you're not really going crazy on that, that's actually a nice way to save some money. If you're really trying to keep your budget down, buy
about 25, 30, yeah.
Even up to 35, but that's a fairly decent way to get, 35 pieces, 36. I don't know how many others said, 40 something?
Yeah, something like
40 something pieces, one of every one. Therefore, you do, and then after that, you can just slowly get the pieces you need to make your meta teams or whatever. Exactly. If you really want to run the big three, yeah, it's going to cost you some money, but at least you'll get there. And then obviously, if you get anything that's high in demand, especially when they're brand new. Demand is high, supply is fairly low, so you actually be able to get usually more for your money for your high-end pieces. If you got a chase out of your brick, and you're like, I'm really not going to play this in this month. Flip it into something that you need right when you need it. I mean, that's a good way to kind of go. That's actually kind of what I do. Like I said, when Warlight came out, I just immediately flipped everything into older pieces I wanted, and then now the Warlight's died down, I'm slowly reacquiring those pieces. That's kind of my thing. If I'm not gonna use it in the next couple of months, that's what I do. So.
And you're acquiring it at a cheaper rate than he sold it for, too.
Some the stuff I did sell. Now, I'll be honest, the chases are not a universal.
Yeah, this is an uncommon issue.
Yeah, with Warlight, the chases were. $200+ for Parallax month 1. Month 1, I pulled the Parallax, I sold it. I could buy a Parallax right now for $100, no problem. So that's not universal, but or with Warlight, I mean, you make your money when you make your money.
Also, another thing to practice is whenever you do buy pieces, always do your homework beforehand. This includes checking eBay completed sold lists.
Yeah, know what your piece is worth on the secondary market. That's kind of important.
Yeah. Also, always do homework before the set drops.
Know what you want. That's actually a good idea. You know what you want before. I don't want everything out of the set.
No,
but,
exactly.
Like one of the pieces I know I'm going to get because of how important I think the piece might be is the Yellow Lantern Sinestro. The Yellow Lantern Sinestro is a piece that is so unbelievably good.
We'll go into that a few times.
That is such an unbelievably good piece.
I can't.
That I know it will be something I will acquire.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have that knowledge, it's a lot easier to flip things because. Like, I want I pulled Wonder Woman, but I need Batman and Superman. I have no attachment for the Zatanna I pulled or any other pieces I pulled, so I can easily flip those. And the
Zatanna is really pretty, bro.
Yeah, she is.
I'm just saying, she's got the stockings, it works for me.
But, do some homework. It's not hard, It's just, follow the hype train, man, honestly.
Well, the hype train. Well, the hype train has been wrong several times. Obviously, if you have a White Rabbit, if you don't really have an attachment to that piece is only going down.
Ship it to me.
Yeah, just ship it to Raven. He'll send you a
If that White Rabbit it had like a black base, I would not care about it.
Really?
But because it has an awesome, cool silver base.
Silver, semi-translucent.
Are you kidding me? It's like, I like bells and whistles. I like shiny things, and I have been known.
Raven's like half a step removed from a magpie.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like a cat, It's just like. So that's. I'm not gonna spend $150 on it.
No.
I'm gonna wait for it to drop down, or continue buying booster cake boxes and stuff like that. Hopefully, pull one.
There you go.
That'd be pretty cool.
The problem is, if you got it, you just sell it because
If I got it, I would admire it, and then I would be like, okay, listen, this is dumb, and then sell it.
Anyway, so the secondary market, obviously. What do you guys think about the secondary market? I mean, is this something?
What are your experiences with? Have you been burned? Who have you been burned by? Do you have a hit list?
Hit list.
Taken out.
That's a little too serious. Yeah. What I do have is a very particular set of skills.
Skills. Writing names and lipstick on them.
I mean, I'm just saying, White Rabbit's in the deal. I'm capable of a few things.
Yeah, you're a bad man. But no, obviously, what are your experiences in the secondary market? Do you feel it's a positive or a negative that you can pretty much find whatever you need? And if you have any other comments for any other episodes.
And if you're on Facebook, HeroClix International Trading Group.
That's it.
I have yet to be burned on that.
It is a secret group. You have to be invited by someone in the know, but just friend Raven and he'll hook you up.
Yeah, friend me.
They are so international, they trade out of Canada.
Yes.
And we're talking like
The foreign land of Canada.
Yeah, the
mysterious land.
Foreign land of mooses, and maple syrup. And that's been the top.
We're gonna get death threats from like the Queen of Canada.
They have a queen.
I think they do have a queen. I wouldn't be surprised.
Are you talking about the bikini contest?
I think they have a queen. I bet they have a queen.
They don't have a.
I'm gonna look it up.
But no, they just they don't do anything. They just sit there and.
Thank you for watching the Stop Click.
Have a good one.